Amit, go
Yeah.
ahead. Are we live?
Mm, just 1 second.
Okay.
Yes, we are now live.
Thanks, Amit. So welcome to this edition of Meshery Build and Release meeting. This meeting happens on the second and on the fourth Thursday of every month. Kind of a bi-weekly, but not exactly a bi-weekly meeting. What we try to address here are issues and questions and pull requests and introductions around build and release, CI, DevOps, and related topics. My name is Sangram, and I'm one of the maintainers with Meshery. While I don't, um, host this meeting or a lot of the other meetings on a frequent basis, I aim to at least take care of the CI meeting as much as possible. So, if any one of you is willing to host it on a more regular basis, I'll be happy to hand it over. But until that happens, I'm here, hosting this meeting for the build and release. One of the traditions that we follow in this meeting, and every meeting actually at Meshery, is we let you introduce yourselves if you are joining this particular build and release meeting for the first time, right? So we'll take a few minutes and I'll call out some of the names. I'm not sure if you have joined one of these meetings in the past. If you have, you can pass on. If you haven't, take a few minutes and introduce yourselves. Feel free to introduce in whatever details you would like to go to. But yeah, we'll try and keep it short, maybe a minute or two. Right. Start with Anuj. I think you're joining this for the first time. If yes, please go
Uh,
ahead and let us know about yourself.
Instagram. Actually, I've joined many this CI meeting before, like 2 3 months ago.
Okay, thanks. Next, we'll move on to Zihan Huang. I hope I'm getting your name correct. If you're joining it for the first time, please feel free to introduce yourselves.
Not my first time joining meeting. I'm came to get some insights about the Meshery CI. So yeah.
Thanks. Next, we'll move on to Pranjali Bhardwaj. If you're joining for the first time, please introduce yourselves.
Hello everyone, my name is Pranjali Bhardwaj. I'm BTech Computer Science Engineering third year student from Delhi, and I am proficient in full stack development and also artificial intelligence, and I am um, currently studying about DevOps and learning in Meshery with you guys, and I believe that I will make a good impact and excited to learn from everyone. Thank you.
Great. We're excited to have you here. And, as you can see from the screen, we have quite a few issues where you can, look at contributing. I'll kind of cover them as well. Okay. Next, Harsh, if you are new here, please introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, my name is Harsh. I have joined Meshery 2 weeks ago. So currently I'm working at Amigi Softwares as a full stack developer. Apart from that, I am also contributing to Meshery. So I am basically contributing to the UI part of the Meshery. Basically, we are migrating to some things and we are also adding some new features on the Meshery. Yeah, it was all from my side.
Thanks. Next up, Mercy. I think you joined the development meeting last time. I'm not sure if you joined the build and release earlier. Okay, we'll move on. Next, Tamagna, if you're here and for the first time, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Tamagna. I'm a second year engineering student from India. I have been contributing to Meshery for some time now. Like, I found about the organization 6 months before, and I was just exploring the code base and everything. And I'm really excited to be a part of this and like learn DevOps and just like overall learn more things here. Thank you.
Thank you. Falgun, is it the first time you're here?
Hello.
Okay, and Thapal. Okay.
Oh, hello. Hey everyone. I am Falgun Patel. I am from Gujarat and I am currently pursuing like final year of my college and I am trainee at Capgemini. And also I like to contribute to open source and I am contributing to Meshery from last 3 weeks and this is the first time I'm joining this like this meeting, build and release meeting.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to have you here. And last up, Thapelo.
Hi everyone. I'm also new to Meshery. I think I joined 2 weeks back. So I'm still setting up my machine and also trying to understand how Meshery works and stuff like that. But I think from next week, maybe I'll start maybe picking up a ticket and then trying to see how far I can take it. Thank you.
Great. Okay. Thank you, everyone, once again, and welcome to the build and release meeting. We'll start off with some of the agenda items that we have. Lawrence had a few updates. He's unable to join, so he's left the updates on the Slack. Pratik is also unable to join today, and he's left his updates. So we'll start with Tamagna. You had a pull request. So usually what happens is we ask you to take us through the pull request and brief us on what the issue was and how you have fixed it, and probably demonstrate the fix if you can. That's usually how these meetings go by. So Tamagna and Anuj, you both are having some pull requests that you want to share updates on. We can go with whoever is ready first. Start with Tamagna. Are you ready, or do you need some time? If yes, I can move on to Anuj. You'll have to share your screen if possible to kind of take us through it.
Yeah, um, I'm sharing my screen.
Sure, I'll stop sharing.
Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, so this was my PR. So basically, what happens is that when we use CMD with inside of the Docker file, and we use it like this, so it's not good for like signal handling, like because it invokes like it doesn't invoke a shell. So we like this is the more secure, better usage for the like for how we should use it. We should pass it as the JSON argument. So that's what I have done in my PR, and it's just basically that this change it was due to the ES lint change, and other than that, like that was the only change here. So yeah.
Were you able to test the changes and kind of make sure the
Yeah,
updates,
I had
the changes are
tested.
reflected?
Yeah, I had tested the
Mhm.
changes. Like the working should be the same. So like I was just able to uh, like pass all the tests and just like build the server and everything. So the working should be the same. So I think we can
Okay.
cover some corner cases like when the signal handling is not perfect, but I didn't check those corner cases here.
In fact, I think Lee has already merged it, and that's something I found out now. So, anyways, thanks for sharing that update. Did you have any other issues that you're working on, or any other PRs that you want to share?
No, no other PRs. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Next, Anuj, I think you have a pull request to share
Yeah.
regarding your entries into the um, sheet. Um, I will get it done. I haven't been able to catch hold of someone who knows exactly how to fill it up. I will take input on how that's done, and add it. You don't have access to the sheet, right?
Yeah. I have just access to just use the sheet.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. You're free to share your screen and take us through the pull request that we have. I think 13725.
Yeah.
Kind of take us through, what have been covered in that end-to-end test.
Okay. Uh, so the issue that I was working on to increase test coverage on the home page, like for these pages that are present in the website to increase the test coverage. So until now, I have created two PRs for two pages. One is for extensions. This is the PR. It has been approved by Ian. And second is a recent PR which I created like a week ago. Is for this page performance. It has also been approved. This is my PR.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for some of you who are new here, I'll take a moment to back to my screen here. And so this is an area we kind of are looking at help with. So we have a test sheet, and we have quite a few tests that we want to cover, or areas that we want to cover. Amit, we are good to share this as it is, right? The spreadsheet link should be fine. I'm not sure about the.
Yeah, it will be fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's in the chat. So take a look, and feel free to. So we're using Playwright to do our tests, and we need quite a lot of help on writing test plans for a lot of these test groups and the components that we're trying to test under it. Some of the important ones that we want to quickly address, especially looking at from the version 9 roadmap, is some of these bash and Meshery CTL related tests. So there's a YouTube video on how these tests are done. I will share that link again on the Meshery CI channel after this call. And you can use that as a reference to understand how these tests are done. And feel free to pick one of these, tests and write a test case using Playwright. Playwright, again, like I said, is what we use to, write the tests. And we need a lot of help in getting some of these checked. As you can see that quite a lot of them are not yet covered in the end-to-end tests. So we want them covered. That's the agenda. So yeah, I mean, this is an area where we need a lot of help. Like I was saying, if you want to explore how to write tests and how to use Playwright, if you're not aware of Playwright, I think that's a great way to kind of get started with Playwright and pick some of those easy test cases and write some test plans around it. So that's what Anuj was working on a couple of them. Maybe you guys can ping him on Slack. We prefer that your communications remain in the channel, not one-to-one. And the reason is that, others also kind of learn from it on your interaction. So feel free to maybe, check with him on how, again, based on how free he is and how much time he has and all that, maybe he can, help you get started with some of these on how to do some of these or write some of these tests, right? If you're new to playwright and all of that. But yeah, we need help on these. Right, so these are the two important updates. Another important top agenda item that we have is to update the workflows to Ubuntu 24.04. So we have an issue on this. Okay. Ubuntu 20.04 will be fully unsupported starting April 1st, 2025 at GitHub. And we have around 33 repositories where we have workflows. And we basically, so if you're new to the whole thing, let me show you. You go to code and go to GitHub. You will find workflows here, right? And we want to pick a workflow and just update this to 24.04 if it's 20.04. This is what we are looking at. Okay, and we have 33 repositories. Now, for now, I've assigned this issue to myself, but there's quite a lot. I can create sub issues. If any of you are looking at contributing, please feel free to message me on the CI channel. And maybe, tell me which repository you are looking to, you found a workflow that needs updating, and I can, create a sub issue, assign it to you, and then you can raise your first PS. Should be very simple to get started with, I think, right? All you have to do is go to the workflow and just update the workflow to 24.04, right? Obviously, understand the workflow, read through it, and see if there might be any caveats that might cause issues. But yeah, I mean, if not, you feel free to. So this is one important and high priority ticket that we need addressed, which is concerning CI. April 1st is not very far away, and we want that all the repositories are updated to Ubuntu 24.04. If you have any questions on this, you can ask me now. I'll pause for maybe 10-15 seconds to check if you have any questions on this issue or on the end-to-end tests. I'm not an expert on that, but at least I can take your questions. Okay, moving on. We have, right, so I'm putting all of this on the chat in Zoom. These are the GitHub issues that we are looking help on. If you feel any of this is up your alley, or you kind of want to get started and this is something that is simple, easy, feel free to kind of look into it and see if you want to contribute. Some of these already have some work done, probably some comments or some other input, so that might help your way. But sure, I mean, if you want to pick any of these, then a lot of these are all related to that end-to-end test that I was talking about. Okay. So Ian, good question, right? So Ian has a question about end-to-end status reporting. I think you're talking about a dashboard where you have a table, a spreadsheet kind of thing. I'll have to come back, check on it. I am not sure who's taking care of it, so I don't have an answer to that. But I'll check with Lee and others on that. You're
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about
because
go ahead.
yeah, so yeah, I know we have the test sheet to cover some of the statuses, and then yeah, the PRs. I mean, they do have a custom test reporter, and I'm working on trying to overhaul kind of how that is set up, and then how those tests are reported. A lot of times we've had just the unstable tag being applied to those without necessarily any guidance kind of on what that was used for. And a lot of the tests are just kind of they run and they don't necessarily report like a issue or whatever. So, anyways, yeah, I just wondering what the visibility side of that it would entail. So,
Yeah, after this call, I'm gonna start a thread on this as well on the CI channel, and loop in the guys who were earlier on this and see if they've started working on something. I think the one that you're referring to is something similar to we have for in the docs. That is a page that lists all the status reports. Something similar to that, right?
got it. Okay.
All right, I will follow it up on Slack. Okay, so like I was saying, most of these issues or help wanted issues are around end-to-end tests. So, as you were able to see from the sheet earlier, this is an area that we need a lot of help with. So again, I'll share the YouTube video by Gerens that will give you a lot of information that you might be looking for on how to get started with writing these tests using Playwright. Okay, Falgun, I think you have an update. I'm not sure if I saw this earlier, so if you want to share your update, feel free. Thanks.
Okay, so I was working on this bumping ESLint from 8.57 to 9.20 in the provider UI. But I found out that ESLint 9 supported only from uh, the Next.js 15. So first we need to upgrade Next.js and React. And Lee told me to work on that upgrade, and I'm trying to. But if anyone has worked on it before, like the upgrading React or Next.js, I need to know if there is something else that needs to be done.
I think Amit, you are the right person to answer this.
Yeah, so for like the next and the React migration comes with both the same migration, like we have to do both thing the migration at the same time. So currently we are in the next JS 12 and the React 17. So what we are planning to do, like if we are somehow able to do just migrate the version of the React and the next, like not doing the any documentation changes that comes with the upgradation of the next and React, and because those things took time and go to the like following the all of the step of the React and next documentation of the bump of the version. So what we are planning to do, like just bump the version in the package.json file, and if we are somehow able to make this Meshery and all of this extension like the assistant and the cloud, and if we are able to run all of this in the next 15 or the React 19. So yeah, this is what we are planning to do, because also the React 19 comes with a lot of like the performance improvement, and without doing anything, like without if we are able to just migrate the next React version, like it comes default some memoization and some lot of other performance stuff. So yeah, that's what we are planning. Like if you able to, there is one open PR by the Lee. I will share this link to the in the chat. Like he just bump up like the React and next version to the packet.json file. So test that PR with the like the assistant, and yeah, so there is one issue with upgrading those with the assistant. So yeah, if we have to first like upgrading the assistant to the next React and the next version, and after that we can update to the Meshery and the other repo. So yeah, so try to migrate the assistant repo first, and if you're able to succeed on, like just do one changes like migrate with the version in the packet.json file, and yeah, with these changes like we all good to go.
Yes. Thank you. And also, when I was trying to convert this class-based component into React components, I found out that to uh, uh, set up Grafana locally, we we need the server URL and API key. But now when I'm trying to set up, Grafana has service accounts and API keys are disabled or something. So is it like, do I need a cluster or something, or I can directly connect Grafana?
So yeah, that's a good thing that you brought up. So what's happening is that entire section on Grafana and Prometheus is getting revamped. Okay, and Kapil, who's a contributor, is working on it. So there are quite some changes that are going on there, and maybe it's not working as. So as far as I know, you can still get a Grafana key, but I know that if you try to use the Grafana key and the URL will still not work. So for now, I would recommend that you kind of park it until and others that whole thing is fixed. I think Kapil is working on it, and we should have some changes to it maybe next week, something like that.
Okay. So, what about the UI? Like, I should change it to functional component. How do I test it? I can test it with dummy data, but I was trying and I was not uh, exactly able to implement the similar kind of something,
Do
similar
you mind
behavior.
posting this question on the CI channel, and we'll loop in, some folks from, UI testing and see if they have an answer to this. Maybe that can be skipped or something like that. I unfortunately don't have an
Okay.
answer to that. But yeah, I mean, don't forget to post it on the, Meshery CI channel. Yeah, and
Okay.
I'll tag the right people to try and get you an answer there.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you have anything else?
No, just this.
Okay, thanks. Okay. So again, I don't have anything else, and we don't have any more updates from others unless I missed someone. Let me check the chat. Okay, all right. So if any of you have any questions regarding this the meeting or the issues that we spoke about, especially the ones that need help, or if you have any other questions in general, we can take it up. Otherwise, we finished early and we can wrap up. We're trying to make this meeting a bit more involved and have a lot of PRs and issues to discuss and share our knowledge. So once we have some of you pick up these issues that I highlighted, we'll probably have a bit more to discuss in the next meeting. I'll wait for a few seconds if any of you have any questions. Okay, then. Appreciate your time, and see you in the next one in March, sorry. All right. Thank you. Have a good day or good night.